Hi guys, I have got a wonderful new dish I am excited to share with you today. It's my cottage cheese egg bake, and this is so perfect. It can be used for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So here is what you do. This is really high in protein. You start out with 6 eggs. I beat those before I pour them into my mixing bowl. And then I add 1 container of the 16-ounce container of cottage cheese. I like the Daisy brand, but you can use whatever you want. And I should tell you that I do a little Roma tomato, but before I add it in, I chop it up on a paper towel and let it drain for a while. You don't have to do that step. It just makes it a little more dry. So if you want to just drain your tomatoes, perfectly fine, either way. And then I chop up like a handful or about a cup of broccoli, as well as a orange bell pepper. And if you want to use any color of bell pepper you want, you can do whatever you want. I just like the orange because it's different than the other colors in the recipe. So, and then all you have left is just a couple of green onions. Now, on those green onions, I save the tails. Why? Because we are going to use those for decoration along with the everything bagel spice seasoning. So really all you do, this is so simple and comes together so quickly, is you just stir that together. And then my other big secret tip is I like to do a spring form pan that I've lined with parchment paper, as well as lining the inside with the parchment paper. And then I won't do this here, but you just pour the mixture into the spring form pan, and you're gonna bake it at 350 for like an hour, and then test it. If it's still jiggly, then I bake it a little bit longer. But isn't this gorgeous how that turns out? Absolutely beautiful. So a fourth of this is 280 calories. Let's see, it's got like only 5 carbs, 25 grams of protein, and maybe like 13 grams of fat. And I should have mentioned again, once you pour the batter into the baking pan, I like to season it with a little bit of everything bagel spice seasoning, and these beautiful little ends of the green onions make it just a beautiful fancy topping. I'm going to show you that again. So isn't that lovely? And then if you want to top it with a little bit of salsa or avocado, whatever you like, it makes a perfectly balanced meal. But talk about a high hit of protein. This is really fantastic. And like I said, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. If you try it, let me know. I'd be curious to hear what you think about it. But most of all, have a good day, guys. Thanks so much. See you later. Bye-bye.